Your Thursday night for News 5 at 6 on Diane Derby.
Good evening, I'm Rob Quirk. First up, the IRS announced this week it may consider TABOR refund checks for some people to become taxable income.
Governor Polis, though, is against that idea. He spoke with our Andy Cohen today, who joins us in studio with more. And Andy, you learned that proposal would not impact all taxpayers equally.
No, it wouldn't, Diane. The State Department of Revenue told me that their legal experts reviewed this new tax guidance from the IRS and concluded that TABOR refunds would not impact a taxpayer who claims the standard deduction when they're filing their returns, but it would count against the income of people who itemize, potentially lowering their refund amount or increasing how much tax they owe.
It seems like common sense, and it is common sense, that a tax refund shouldn't be taxed. But unfortunately, the IRS doesn't always follow common sense.
Speaking with News 5 after a news conference in Denver, Governor Polis said he plans to fight the IRS over the idea of taxing TABOR refunds.
That makes no sense. So we're gonna fight this hard. We're gonna argue it. This is really a bad precedent to say that somehow a tax refund could be subject to tax because no Coloradan should have to pay taxes on their TABOR refund.
The agency announced the change Wednesday as part of a new proposed guidance. That document notes that under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, passed during the Trump administration, state tax refunds can be included in a person's gross income if they are filing an itemized return. You might recall that law eliminated what are known as SALT deductions for state and local taxes. Those are deductions that had let taxpayers in states with high property taxes reduce their federal liability by up to $10,000. The governor and Colorado's Democratic senators said this is unprecedented in the history of TABOR. Quote, TABOR is a refund of Coloradans' hard-earned tax dollars, not new income, Senator Hickenlooper said in a statement. And Senator Michael Bennet posted on social media, quote, for 30 years, the IRS has not taxed TABOR refunds, and it makes no sense for them to start now.
This week's notice from the IRS is a notice requesting comments. The agency wants feedback about specific aspects of state programs or situations where federal tax guidance would be helpful. Diane?